that happens today, yeah.
Yeah, we was talking about that. What do you think about that? Because it sounds like you're from up then.
I know what happened. I'm from there. I was there before. I was live for the 2.5 hours. I was there front row on the Instagram, yeah. So obviously the media's trying to put it out to it was racial, yeah. Which they're gonna do that to divide people. Now the protest consisted of the hotel's full of illegal immigrants, or whatever, whether they're immigrants or illegal immigrants, whatever, they've been brought over, yeah. They're then getting situated in in hotels across the country.
Yeah.
Right? Now, some of them men in there were caught trying to groom a 15-year-old girl in a bus stop. Right? The girl was clever enough to video it and said to the man, "You are in the UK, it is illegal to try and do that to me. I am a 15-year-old girl." Right? The man said on the video he wasn't bothered. Right? So then what happened? The man went back to that hotel where the protest was today. Now, I don't know whether you're fathers or whatever, but I don't stand for nonsense. I don't care what colour your skin is. I don't like nonsense. Right? So I don't care. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Chinese, whatever. I don't care if you're a paedophile. You're a fucking paedophile. Yeah,
100%. 100%. That's what we're saying, my brother. That's what we were talking about as well.
Now, have you noticed?
Because he's giving the perspective.
Have you noticed? The media has not released that video. Not once have you seen that video with that girl trying to get groomed by a nonce in a bus stop. You haven't seen it on Sky News, BBC News, ITV News, nowhere. Yeah, right. All you're seeing right now is this is a racial attack on illegal immigrants, and it's not. It's far from it. But
I agree with you. I was trying to say that in the beginning.
Hang on.
I thought that already.
When you're seeing buses pulling up outside hotels with people that are apparently fleeing their country to be protected, and the whole bus is full of men and lads. Yeah, where are the women and the kids? Where are the women and the kids that are fleeing their country to come here to be protected? Because they should be the first people we take out their country, not men. Men should stand there and fight for it, right?
And that's what we were just talking about. They're not even fighting, my brother. That's the worst thing. They're coming from France. They're coming from France. There's no war in France, bruv. There's no war in Germany and Sweden and them places there. That's where they're coming from. And then they come here and do shit like what you just said and then cause racial tension. That's what we were just talking about. Like,
yo, is that video on your page, my brother?
That's what they're dealing with, man.
I'm gonna upload the whole live, and I'm gonna upload the video of him trying to speak to the child in the bus stop as well. At the end of the day, that's what the protest was for. So obviously, people who aren't in Liverpool, I've just been there for the past 2.5 hours. Like, I've just been front line of that, every part of it. Now, people don't want that, and I don't know, obviously, about other cities and that, because I live in Liverpool and I have done all my life, but, lad, us as Scousers, we don't stand for that shit. We don't stand for all this paedophile shit. If anyone on the estate gets caught out being a paedophile, make them run off the estate within hours. Simple as. So, the fact that the police think they can protect this hotel is a shamble, because, bro, they're just going to have to move them, and they're just going to move them to another city in the UK, and they're going to do the same thing there, because some of them have come from countries where it is okay to sleep with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old girls. So they have no other mindset. They come into this country and think that's okay. That's not okay. I have 2 daughters. That is not okay.
Yeah.
So then they come over here and there's a 15-year-old girl telling them, look, I am only 15. It is illegal to do that in this country. You cannot speak to me in that way. And he says, I don't care. Are you fucking taking the piss? If you're over here fleeing for your life, yeah, respect our rules. Simple as. That's all we ask. Respect our rules. You know what I mean? Like, don't start trying to come over and groom our kids and have sexual intercourse with our kids. And I'm not saying all of them are doing that, because it's not. But the ones that are doing it then get the name. It's just like, if you go out in the street now, a police officer pulls you over, you have a bad dealing with the police officer, you're being polite as fuck, and that police officer's being an absolute cunt, smashes your head in. You then hate police. You don't hate that one police officer. You then hate police.
You hate the costume. You hate the whole thing.
Yeah, you hate the uniform. So, right, now the mindset is, there's a hotel full of illegal immigrants. Some of them are coming out trying to groom kids. Now everyone's aspects is, they're all fucking nonsense. Get them out. Simple as.
But you know
Yeah,
what
that's
though?
the way.
You know what's mad? You know what's mad about it? Because I respect what you're saying, my brother. But you know what the maddest thing is? We say you're gonna come here, you're gonna respect the rules and all of these things, yeah. But look at the leaders of the country; they're all fucking nonsense.
Yeah, look, bro.
Mm.
You get what,
Look, yeah. Do
Yeah,
you know what?
100%.
Do you
do
know
you get
100%.
what?
what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's
So
Just
why they
That's
listen.
a
allow it to
that's
happen,
a
Do
bro.
big fact,
yourself a favour.
RBG.
Do yourselves a favour right now. If you go on Google and type in Liverpool Echo paedophile, yeah?
Mm.
That's the newspaper in Liverpool, Liverpool Echo, right? You go and type that in, and I guarantee on every single article it'll have paedophile spared jail, paedophile spared jail, paedophile spared jail. Now then go on it
Mm.
and type in Liverpool Echo drug dealer, right?
Yeah.
And see every single one of them doing time, right?
Come
Now
on.
what in the right mind do you think signing a sex offenders register, right, will stop a paedophile from being a paedophile? Because you have to turn up at a probation every week and sign a bit of paper. That's going
Mm.
to stop you
Yeah.
from
I
Googling
ain't doing
style
shit.
pornography or going out and
It's
getting
because
a
they're
child or
nonsense. The
grooming kids.
government's nonsense, bruv. The government are nonsense. That's why
Look,
they
it's
allow these
corrupt
things
as
to
fuck.
happen, bruv.
It's corrupt
They
This
as
is
allow
what
it.
fuck,
I'm
bro.
saying.
And the reason the judges let them off with it is because the judges are fucking nonsense, and
Yeah.
sooner or later they're going to get caught. So they keep the guideline low because when they get caught, they don't want to do big jail.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, how can a
But
paedophile get less time than a drug dealer? That's absolutely
Listen,
crazy.
all I'm saying is if I was a drug dealer and you came to me and said, bro, do you know what, I want to buy a bit of sniff or I want to buy a bit of cannabis, and I sold you, you've asked for that drug. No kid, no child
facts.
has to be groomed or raped. No child.
Well, this is why they're programming the children from school now. So they're making
Yeah.
the
And this
children
is,
feel like they want this. Why are they sexualizing the youths for?
and what we're
What,
trying
like
to
it's like
say,
why are they
what,
sexualizing the youths for?
Facts.
what we're
Well,
trying to
it's
You know
an
say
what I'm saying?
today,
agenda, man. It's a
what
whole
we're trying to
agenda,
say
man.
today, the example was today is, if that 15-year-old girl hadn't have been clued up as she was to get a phone out and video the fella's face and video the whole scene and the incident, right? If that girl hadn't have been on the ball, if that girl had been a mentally challenged 13-year-old or a mentally challenged 15-year-old that didn't know no better, what way would that have went?
How
Yeah.
it's
What way
been
would
going
that have
for the
went
past
if
how
that
many
girl,
hundreds
if
and
that
thousands of
young
years?
girl said, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go with you, and trotted along and didn't know no innocence, didn't know nothing, all innocent, and then gets put in a room with them or gets through in a bush or somewhere along the side and gets something done, what then? The
Mm.
police will just say,
Exactly.
oh, all right, yeah, we'll put him on a sex offenders register and spare him jail. But you've brought him into our country, you're paying him with taxpayers' money, and he's here grooming our kids.
That's what I
Are
was
you
saying,
fucking
bro.
mad?
That's exactly what I was
But
saying.
that's
But people,
but
there's
what
people out here that don't believe that, my bro.
but,
There's people
but
out
what I'm
here
saying is
that don't
regardless
believe
of
that.
where
They
they're
think it's
coming
live.
from,
They have housed immigrants all over the UK. We are spending £8 million a day of taxpayers' money to house immigrants, while there is old
Mm.
people and young mothers and fathers who are single or in a couple that can't afford to put the fucking heating on in the winter for their kids. They can't afford to feed their kids or put the fucking heating on, and we're spending £8 million a day bringing people into this country to house them.
but you
True.
hear what I'm saying, yeah? My thing is, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
even if they stopped immigration, yeah, and there was no refugees
I
coming
was
in this
beautiful.
country, yeah, there'd still be paedophilia going in, fam.
Yeah, yeah, but what I'm saying, what we're
Yeah,
talking about, we're not even talking about immigration, my brother. We're talking about illegal immigration because one, you don't know who it is, and two, of course, there'll always be dirty nonsense because the government are nonsense, bruv. But my point
Mm.
is, we are the civilians. We're not the politicians. We're not millionaires. We don't have a big dirty yard in the country with private gates that man can't come in. Like they don't worry
Mm.
about that, fam. It's
yeah,
us,
their
our
kids
kids,
aren't
bro.
standing in a
Your
bus stop
kids,
waiting
my
for a
kids.
bus to go to school.
They're the ones that's gonna be worrying, bruv. It's us them that's getting the problems, bruv. Not
But
not
then
not them. So I
wait
don't
until you
understand
see
why
the
people.
video.
I don't
Wait,
understand why people, yeah, of a certain like us, man, like black people in England, black British people. There's a lot of black British people and Asian British people and Arab British people which seem to think, sadly, that it's not our problem. It's our problem, bruv. This is our home as well, bruv. Like, so your kids, our kids, don't matter what. Cause it's not racist, bruv. Man, there's white immigrants, there's black illegal. I'm talking about illegal immigrants, black. Asian, there's all kinds, you know. So how the fuck is it racist to say, bruv?
listen,
Look at it like this. Look at it like this, yeah. If you're on the fucking Titanic, bruv, yeah, and you hit the iceberg, yeah, a man's telling people, yo, you hit the iceberg. Are you gonna say that's irrelevant, bruv? You're not gonna tell man that's irrelevant, bruv, because you're gonna sink. You get me? There's too many people on the boat, bruv. You're gonna sink, bruv.
look, at the end
That's
of
what
the
I'm trying
day,
to tell
yeah,
you.
at the end of the day, if you see the video, the girl is clearly standing in a school uniform, right?
Mm.
She is in a school uniform, getting questioned by this man trying to get groomed, yeah. And secondly of it all is, as I said earlier on, you're just going to hear about the racial side to it because you will never see that video online on a platform of a TV, you will never see that video get posted.
Yo, there's 20 seconds left. Yeah, we're gonna jump back on still. There's 20
Yeah,
seconds
restart,
left.
brother, restart.